Let me catch my breath. Hi friends, welcome back to the Chemically Imbalanced Black Girl podcast. We're on episode 60, which means we're on season 2 of this show, and I'm really excited about that. Get into the episode. It is Saturday morning. Yes, I did just wake up, so my voice has that little deep growl in the back like I'm a grown man. So we're just going to ride that out until it goes away. But other than that, let's get right into it. First things first, obviously, the first thing you guys are going to realize is that I'm a liar. Last episode, I said that this episode would be a video episode. And guys, the way equipment and time management has just not been leveling up, it just hasn't been. Trying to get out a video episode just has not been in my favor the past 3 weeks, I'm going to say. So, you guys only have to wait a couple more. I want to say maybe one more week until, I start throwing out video episodes at you. So stay patient, stay calm. They're going to be great when they come out. I'm excited for you guys to see the finished studio. Well, I still want to say 80% finished because there's so many more things I want to buy and add to it. But she's basically finished. So I'm so sorry, guys, if I sound delirious. Like I said, I just woke up. But I woke up with hella topics on my mind. So I was like, you got to record this video before these topics unjuice themselves, bitch. And they aren't going to be as fun to talk about as you wake up. So I'm wiping crust out of my eyes as I'm talking to you guys. But I'm a podcaster. I podcast anywhere I fucking please. So let's get right into the topics. Oh, wait, no, there's something else I got to tell you guys. I promise, I want to tell you guys one last thing. I promise I will not talk about the Patreon again until I open it. This is the last time. But there's one last thing I want to say. You know how over and over again I keep saying I'm scared to start the Patreon because I don't know how to market myself as something to, get people to spend their money on. And lately I've been talking to a bunch of other podcasters and a lot of other content creators about what I can include in my Patreon to make it worthwhile. And even just to make people want to support me, even if the Patreon doesn't have anything that you get or something exclusive. They were giving me hints and tips and tricks on things that people would just want to see from me. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And then guys, also, a lot of you have been in my TikTok DMs and my Instagram DMs, just trying to honestly, I've been trying to do secret little guest appearances on a lot of podcasts, and guys, my time management is so bad. That's why I always say I'm so glad I don't do this podcast with a co-host, because he or she would be so sick of me. So to all the podcasts that reached out to me this weekend or last weekend, I'm saying all the podcasts I'm this top bitch. It was only 3, but still, guys, I promise I'm going to get back to you if you're listening to this. Anyway, guys, enough of my rambling. Welcome to episode 60 of the Chemically Imbalanced Black Girl podcast. I know I said in the beginning of this year that I was just going to force feed you guys videos and stuff like that of this podcast. And I'm kind of happy that I'm not doing it and doing it at the same time, because you guys get to see that it's not easy for me, posting stuff, and it's just not easy for me. I don't know why I have this problem, but it just isn't. So, but I know specifically on TikTok, I've been losing followers because I haven't been doing any clips. So I'm going to change that today when this video is done editing. I'm going to edit some clips that I can post on TikTok for Sunday. And I'm just going to post the audio clips. I got almost 2,000 followers on TikTok from my audio clips. I don't know why I'm talking myself out of posting the audio clips again. So once I stop doing something, I don't want to go back to doing it. But I have to force myself to do it because people need to hear the clips. People need to see what this podcast is. So I'm going to do it. Okay, guys, let's get right into the topics. So for the first topic today, I really need to tell you guys something, because I always start off the podcast with like a mental health check, something I like found out about myself. So I really want to get better at this specific thing. I'm going to tell you about it in just a second. But it's been like a really bad habit of mine. I'm not even going to lie to y'all, for a solid 10 years. And I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it slightly or even gone on a tangent about it on this show before, but like, it's getting to the point where like people are like, Daria, you're a grown fucking woman, okay? You need to get this shit under control. Like, it was cute when you were 16. It was super cute. And it was like, oh, she's just like quirky and stuff. Bitch, you're about to be 26. Get it together. So my bad habit, my number one character flaw, is that I always flake on people. Like, to the point where you wouldn't even think I'm gonna flake, because I'll be so into the plans. Like, I'll be like, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that. Like, I'll meet you here. I'll even put the money up for it. Like, da 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 da. Like, you would think I was all in. By the way, I'm so down for making these plans. And whole time in my head, as I'm like theatrically making these plans, I know I'm not fucking going. And I don't know why I do that, y'all. I don't know why I do it. And I'm laughing and I'm smiling right now, but it is a fucking issue. Like, it's not cute. It's not cute at all. Like, it's really not cute. The worst part is that I don't give the person that I'm like supposedly meeting up with or hanging out with, I don't give them a heads up that I'm not coming, or like I don't send them a text to say I don't want to go anymore. So it'll be like the time that we're supposed to meet up, past that time, and the time that we're supposed to be hanging out just gone past, and I don't say anything, and I don't know why. If somebody did that to me, I would crash the fuck out. Like, that's so annoying. I know I get on here and I talk about like my trauma and what everybody's done to me and stuff like that, and oh my god, I'm this little like traumatized thing. But like, guys, like, I don't traumatize anybody, but like, it's I don't talk enough about what I do to people and like how I cause people like, sadness and anger and confusion, and like, just like, bitch, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? I don't talk about what I do to people enough. And that's one of the things that I really need to stop doing. You want to know something? Let's take it even deeper. The reason I do that, y'all, and this is going to go right back to me sounding like I'm trying to be the victim, but I promise I'm not. Just listen. Just listen to the way my mind works, and like the way my mind's been conditioned from my depression. So in my mind, when I make plans with somebody, nobody really wants to hang out with me, right? They're just being like, oh, I'm just being nice to Zaria until she like gets the fuck out of my face. We're not actually going to do this, right? I'm not thinking that me not showing up to the function is going to dampen anybody's day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking that somebody's waiting on me to show up. I'm not thinking that, oh, I can't wait till Zaria gets here. Like, I don't ever think that people are thinking that about me. So, me saying I'm coming and me saying I'm going along for the ride is just vibes for the conversation. I'm not really going to fucking be there, because I'm not expecting you to expect me to be there. Does that make sense to y'all or no? So when I get that text message of like, bitch, where the fuck are you? Or like, why wouldn't you tell me that you're not coming? I'm just like, oh, I didn't know that it was that important for me to come. Not that I'm trying to get like an ego stroke and I want people to like beg me to show up. It's just that, y'all, I've been so fucking like down and out in my mind. Like, anybody who has depression, y'all understand. So I'm not going to go deep into it. But like, I've just trained my mind to not be that important in other people's like heads. So in my head, my like flake is validated. I'm just like, they don't give a fuck if I go anyway. I'm not going. I'm not fucking saying anything. That's exactly how I am. I'm like, I'm about to roll over in this bed, or I'm about to turn back on this TV show, or I'm about to, do my own thing. I don't know. So, but I really need to stop fucking doing that. Oh my gosh, I forgot there was a story. Like connected with this first topic. Okay, so listen. We know how I just said I wish I had stopped flaking on people, right? And I'm really trying to work on it on myself, This year, between putting out the podcast and stop fucking bailing on people, I'm really trying to work on those. Because those are like my two really big, like, things. So last Monday, one of my jobs had this like going away party for another coworker, right? She had been there for like a lot of years, basically. And so they had like put us all in a group chat and invited us and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'll go. Right? Just doing what I usually do. Just say I'll go to shit that I'm not going to go to. So then they started saying like, oh, well, people can bring this and people can bring that. And I'm like, oh shit, it sounded like this is a RSVP. Like, it sounded like a bitch might have to really show up. So then I was like, you know what? I said I was going to go. I'm going to go. This will be the first step in my change of like, stop saying shit that I don't mean, right? When you say you're going to go, you're going to fucking go. I went. And I even brought a dish. I brought like this caramel apple cheesecake dip. Yes, I saw that shit on TikTok. Yes, I made it and I brought it. It was delicious. Right? But see, then here's the issue, right? I went, and I hate like sucking up shit, pause, and like doing things that I said I was gonna do, and I know I don't really want to do them. And then when I fucking get there, I shouldn't have went. You know what I'm saying? I hate when stuff like that happens. Let me tell you about this goddamn party. Disclaimer first, I did not have a bad time at this party. I didn't. The food was amazing. I just felt like I wasn't supposed to be there, right? So backstory, I've only been working at this job for a few months. So I don't know a lot of these people. You know, I know them by like name and face, but I don't know like any of their history or any of their like personal stories like they do with each other, right? So first off, let me start from the beginning. I'm jumping ahead. I just want you guys to know that all of my coworkers are white except about 4 of us, right? That's important to the story. It is, I promise. Every time I bring up race, I promise it's critical to the story. So it's about 4 black people at this house party. And when I say house party, I don't want you guys, there's no music playing, right? It's just like I've never been to anything like this in my life. Okay, let me start from the beginning. So white people time and black people time, let's just get this out the way. 2 totally different things, okay? They told me the party started at 6 o'clock on the dot. In my mind, I was like, bet, I'm gonna get there around 7:15. That's what the fuck I thought it meant. Y'all, I get there at like 7. I'm not gonna hold you. I get there about 7:25, 7:30-ish, right? It's already niggas leaving. I'm like, wait, what is going on? Why is niggas packing up and getting ready to go? These motherfuckers got there at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. Like, motherfuckers have already been here for 2 hours, going on an hour. I'm like, oh shit, y'all have been here. Like, when I walked in, everybody was already drunk and high. And I wasn't even expecting niggas to be on that for real. I mean, I knew I was gonna have a little drinky drink. I smoked, I hit the blunt 1, 2, 3, 4 times before I left the house just to be in my right mind, but I didn't know we was dabbling in that for real. I didn't know, not that white people don't smoke and drink. These are really professional white people is what I'm trying to say. I was not expecting doobies to just be rolling around the backyard. That threw me off. Everybody was already under the influence, like under the influence, right? So I was like, oh shit, well let me jumpstart. I'm not that much of a drinker unless I'm by myself or it's a special occasion, right? So they had some like sangria in a bowl, and I was like, yep, let me go ahead and get a cup. My coworker, the other black girl there, as soon as she saw me, she just passed me a blunt. I was like, love this shit here. After my initial walk-in, bro, I should have left. It was almost like I was doing a tour de France. I should have just went around, waved at everybody, hit the blunt, had a shot, and I should have left. Because after that, it was so fucking awkward. Back to me saying that I have only been at this job for a few months, so I don't know everybody like they know each other. These niggas are like I said, the lady that we're throwing this party for had been at the company for like 10, 11 years. So they're all locked in, right? I'm just this new bitch that's just walking around with caramel apple dip. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of times at this party where I was just like standing beside people, but I was not a part of the conversation. I just didn't have nowhere else to go. If there's one thing I hate, because we all know, say it with me, Zaria has an ego issue. I don't like looking out of place. I don't like looking like I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, y'all know how you walk into a gym that you never been before? You be like, where the fuck is the lat pull downs? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I don't like looking like I don't belong somewhere. And then, even if they weren't having like personal conversations that obviously I didn't know about because I don't know them that well, they were like having conversations about shit that I had no idea about. And I don't like talking about stuff that I don't know about because I don't like sounding ignorant. I couldn't even hop in a conversation and like bounce around with guesses because I was like, oh, y'all are on some other shit. They were just talking about shit that I was like, damn, I wish I could join you, bud, but I can't, So eventually I just went to go sit down, and like, this house was gorgeous, by the way. There was like this back brick sit down area. I don't fucking know. And there was like a stray cat right there. So I just started playing with him. And then he started to like murder a lizard in front of me and like ate it alive right in front of me as I was petting him. Like my hand wasn't going down his back as he was ripping the tail off of this lizard. What's funny about that? I love how always in the middle of my discomfort, there's always room for a traumatic event. Like I did not need to see that lizard being eaten alive. Like it was trying to get away. He was looking at me for help. And I was like, there's absolutely nothing I can do. Bitch, I need help. We're both literally kind of in the same predicament right now. So it wasn't a bad experience. I'm not the type of person to be on my phone when I'm like at a function or around a bunch of people, because I was taught that that's disrespectful, right? Something about me needs to unbreak that goddamn rule. And I should have been watching TikTok videos the whole time. But I had to go. I just left. I was like, because I could be on my phone at the house and I could just be at the house right now. Like I'm not contributing anything by being here. And being here is not contributing anything to me. So I'm going to just go ahead and fucking head out. And I did. Now I didn't leave like a mad ass bitch. I wasn't like, oh, they don't want to talk to me. They don't want to. I was just, I gave everybody a hug. I was like, okay, bye guys. Like it's that time. Like I got to go to bed. Like, cause it's late as fuck. You know, that just, you know, awkwardly and peacefully dipped out. But yeah, I was just like, this is why I don't fucking go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? This is why I like stay in my goddamn house. It was just so awkward. It was just so awkward. So I think what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to stop saying that I'm going to go places, because I know I'm not. Because shit like that's going to happen. Like, why did I go to that? Why? Okay, guys, next topic. This is something that I wanted to talk about with you guys. And it was almost an existential crisis thought. But I kind of thought myself through it, and I was just like a regular thought. But you guys know I have a love-hate relationship with the internet, right? And I mainly have a love-hate relationship with the comment section. That's where all of my like loss for humanity comes in, right? That's where we get to see people's true colors. And I just am not a fan. I've never really been a fan of it, to be honest. I say this very openly on this show. But there was something that I was thinking about the other day. Like I said, it almost sent me into a spiral, but I got out of it. Have you guys realized that since, I guess, the internet has been like a social platform, maturity is just not a thing anymore? Have you guys noticed that? Or is that just me? Stay with me now, because it's going to sound like I'm trying to get deep. But I promise you I'm really not. We're going to stay surface level as fuck, okay? Because it's not even something to get deep about. It's just that I don't think niggas know how to be grown-ups no more. And I think it's because of the internet. If I can quote my nigga, if I can quote my man, Childish Gambino, I think it's because of the internet. So I feel like with the internet and with the, I feel like even though you have been able to say whatever you want anonymously on the internet for the past, how old am I? Ooh, we don't need to. Past 20 something years, basically, right? I feel like the more, what am I trying to say? Hold on, y'all. Stay with me. I feel like the more we're able to comment, the less mature we stay. Is that what the fuck I'm trying to say? There's no more rules on you need to watch what you say, or there's no more getting popped in the mouth when you say some smart shit, or there's nobody to tell you, hey, treat people how you want to be treated, or there's nobody to say, like, you wouldn't want nobody to say that to your goddamn mom, you know what I'm saying? So now we just have a cesspool of, like, when it's teenagers and shit like that, when it's like 19 and under, I'm just like, well, they're even held from 22 and under. I'm just like, well, they're a fucking child. They don't know anything. So let them pop off, you know, let them type whatever the fuck they want to type. But these days, it's just like, it's like actual like women with children. It's like men with, it's like 50s, like 31, 48, 62, nigga, 73. It's just like actual grown people. I feel like because it's just been willy-nilly that you could just comment whatever. I feel like we don't think about what we're actually commenting. Like, you're arguing with another grown woman about another grown woman. You know what I'm saying? Or you're just arguing with somebody, period, on the internet who you don't know. Like, relax. That's a little scary. It's a little scary. So I think because of that, because we have no more, like, censorship over what we say and who we say it to, I feel like maturity is really going out the window, because at a certain age, certain shit is supposed to stop. You're supposed to stop it yourself. It's not supposed to be an automatic thing. There is no such thing as automatic maturity. You don't just turn 30 and be like, well, I'm a scholar now and I don't, partake in these. You're supposed to be the one to fucking stop it. You're supposed to be the one to detach your mind from childish shit and be like, this is the stuff I need to focus on. Now, nostalgia is a totally different topic. I don't want y'all to think that, damn, bitch, just because I'm grown, I can't like kid shit. You can like all the kid shit you like. I'll be the first one to say, like all the kid shit you say. I'm the number one advocate for cartoons and shit like that. I love a good tune. Love a good cartoon. But when I turn my TV off, and especially when I go on the internet, I act like a fucking adult, right? I don't think a lot of people know how to do that. And I think it's because of the internet. It's a drug. And it's getting a lot of you motherfuckers. I'm not going to lie. It's doing a lot to you, So I just feel like that's something to think about and do something about. Maturity is really slipping away. Like, the concept of maturity is really slipping away. We don't have a lot of it no more. And I'm getting concerned. Okay. Let's loosen up the topics, okay? For some reason lately, I feel like I've been yelling at y'all. And I'm not really yelling at y'all. I'm just, passionately speaking about things that I care about. But still, let's get some of that. Let's give me some of that. What the fuck just happened to me? I'm not even gonna edit that out. I literally just spoke another language. Am I an alien, bitch? What happened? I just tweaked so hard just now. But okay, I have a pretty cool next topic that I want to talk about, just to lighten the mood a little bit. I was gonna do this in my last episode, but funny thing about it, there's another podcast that I watch that I'm a big fan of, and the girl she titled what I'm about to say right now as her most recent podcast episode. And I was like, bitch, Nada's literally thinking the exact same thing. So I had to wait to do it this episode because I didn't want her to think I was copying her. Because, I've copied her before, so it's all right. So I know a lot of my listeners, or at least a little bit of y'all, are weed smokers just like me. So if you guys can hear this atrocious wind coming from outside, I apologize. My window's open. In the mornings, y'all, I just like to have a little ambiance. I apologize. But anyway, like I was saying, most of you guys, or some of you guys, are weed smokers. And I thought it would be super fun if I did a dream blunt rotation, right? With obviously famous people, not just niggas on the street. You guys aren't going to know who those people are. So I thought this was pretty cool. I've been thinking a lot about it. I still don't have a solid list, but I'll tell you guys the list of what I think now. And then maybe next week I'll see if the list is the same. But before I tell you my list, for those of you who are listening and you smoke, right? I need you to DM me on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, and tell me your dream blunt rotation. Better yet, I'll probably post this clip on TikTok and Instagram. And underneath this post, I want you to tell me your dream blunt rotation of famous people. It could be actors, actresses, singers, fucking authors. It could be anybody. Tell me who you would want to be in your dream blunt rotation. It can be top 5, just to make it a little easier, just to narrow it down. Because you got to really make it top 5. Okay, so I have a top 4. I don't have a top 5 because I don't know who my 5th person would be. Also, they could be dead or alive, all right? This is why I don't know who my 5th person would be, because I feel like it has to be a dead person, but I don't know who it is yet. So next week, I'll recap you guys. But for right now, my dream blunt rotation is this is gonna be so fucking weird. Y'all not gonna guess probably one person that's on this list. But anyway, so number 1, in no specific order, is Andre 3000. I don't know why. I just feel like he'd be a nice person to smoke with. Cree Summer is my second one. That's the voice of our childhood. If you don't know who she is, immediately when you Google her, you'll be like, oh, bitch, literally the voice of every single cartoon that I've ever heard of. Okay, great. I don't know why. I just feel like, well, I do know why I would pick Cree Summer, because her and her friends feel like they just, I don't know, they give me a vibe of if you know a lot about Cree Summer, you'll know why I want her to smoke with me, because they're just they some real cool bitches. My 3rd person that I want to smoke with me in the smoke sesh is Malcolm X. Y'all. Oh, Malcolm X is dead. Oh my God. Why am I over here thinking Malcolm X is still alive? Okay, so I definitely don't know who my fifth person is. Malcolm X is dead, but it's definitely Malcolm X. I gotta smoke with my nigga. I love Malcolm X so much. That's my homie. And my third person is Frank Ocean, which is just a given. You know, I don't think Frank Ocean needs an explanation to be considered in any category. You know, that man is damn near perfect. So yeah, what did I say? Cree Summer, Andre 3000, Malcolm X, and Frank Ocean. That's my blunt rotation. Boy, when I tell you we get some shit done in that blunt rotation, oh my gosh, things will change and changes will come in that blunt rotation. That sounds fire to me. What y'all think? Y'all probably like, bitch, no. What kind of fucking Walker Montgomery fucking blunt rotation is that? I'm sorry. But I don't know. I think that would be fire. I think that would be a funny ass, important ass blunt rotation. That sounds good to me. Y'all tell me y'all blunt rotation after y'all hear this. All right, guys. I'm going to end the episode with just a tiny, should I call it an existential crisis thought? This isn't really a deep existential crisis thought. This is just something that I was thinking about as I was like walking around my house. I was just like, why? Because like I have this thing that I do. Like I feel like I live like a man, right? And take that with a grain of salt, please. Because you know. Now that I live by myself, and even when I lived by myself before, I just feel like I am not like the most ladylike person ever. You know what I'm saying? And then that got me thinking, like, why is comfort for women so fucking unladylike, right? Like, y'all have no idea. When I'm in this house by myself, okay, perfect example, right? I'll smoke, right? I'll order Uber Eats, Five Guys, because that's my favorite high meal, right? I want to sit in my moo-moo, crisscross applesauce, on the floor, and I want to eat that Five Guys like a fucking savage, right? I want to get mustard all over my mouth. I want to drop a couple French fries on the floor, pick them up and eat them, you know, because I sweep the floor in this bitch. I know what I could pick up and eat off the floor, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a little bit of my hair to fall out the ponytail and glide over the hamburger, and now there's a little bit of hair on the hamburger, but I eat it anyway because I don't give a fuck. It's my hair. You know what I'm saying? I want to sip my water while there's hamburger and French fries still in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want anybody to judge me for that. Like, don't get me wrong. I am a for sure advocate for bringing back shame in certain situations. But like when I'm by myself, why am I thinking about what's ladylike and what's unladylike? You know what I'm saying? Like, there are no social constructs in these four walls, right? And I'm still over here like, damn, I should probably fix myself up. I should probably not sit like this. I should probably like get that plate out of the refrigerator that's been in there for 3 days. But like, why? I wash the dishes. You know what I'm saying? Comfort is so unladylike, and I hate that for us. I mean, some women just don't give a fuck. And I'm on my way there, sis. I promise I'm on my way there. But sometimes I'm just like, damn, if somebody saw me or if somebody could see me, I think that's what it really is. I think that I be thinking that it's niggas watching me for some reason. I don't know why. Not even on some narcissistic shit. I'm talking about like, like mutants, like X-Men. They just in the walls. All right, let me end the episode. I'm starting to get delirious. I need to go back to sleep. But yeah, guys, if you're a woman and you just want to, eat applesauce, very aggressively, do that, just do that. And tell me about it in the next episode. Bye, guys.